Okay, let's get started on the macrame hanging tutorial. We're going to learn 3 knots separately, then we'll put them together and create the hanging. So first of all, let's look at what you need. You've got some scissors, obviously, a stick to hang it on, and macrame string. You can choose like whatever colour you want, get to the shop and see what they've got. And something to hang the stick up with. Thread or like this fake leather stuff I've got. So just going through the knots that we're going to use. At the top, holding the strings onto the stick, is the lark's head. We do a bunch of them, and then down below are a few square knots, and then at the very bottom we've got a couple of Josephine knots. Alright. So let's get started with the lark's head knot. This is the very first thing you do with macrame rope, where you attach it to the wood, whatever, the stick that you've chosen. You get some lengths. For this project, let's cut 8 2-meter long lengths, and you fold them in half like this to level them off. You get the hoop, you put the stick over the hoop, and then you pull the ends through. And then at the end of this, when we've got all 8 on it, I turn the stick over because I like the look of the threads being the other way around, and then I tie on either a bit of macrame rope to hang it up on the wall, or I use this like fake leather thread stuff. Now we're going to do a square knot. So you take 4 threads, these 2 in the middle stay put. We cross over, just get this out of the way. Cross over the thread from the left to look like a 4, take that over the tail, under the centre 2, and then through this hole, and then you put it up to wherever you want it. Mess around with that, it's quite fun. And then we'll do the other half, which is like a reverse 4, and then this one on the left goes over the tail, under the 2 in the middle, and through this hole, and then we tighten it, and then that's the square knot there. You can play around with this, like doing it higher and lower on your threads, and we'll be doing a few of these across and down the work. Most of the knots are square knots on this piece. The main thing to do is to make sure you learn the direction you want to do, because you want the knot to look the same across. So you start from the left, and then the right hand string is the second part of the square knot, and then practice that a few times. You want to get the muscle memory in there, so you don't have to keep working out or looking up how to do the knots. So again, from here you take it into a 4 across those 2. Take the right hand side one over the top of the tail, under the 2, and then through that hole, up and through that hole. And then you go from the other side, a reverse 4 shape, over the tail, under the 2, through the hole. Right, the Josephine knot. This one is a bit more complicated than the others, but we'll practice it a few times and then it's fine. It's my favourite. So you want to get 4 strings hanging down in doubles. So you get 2 of them, loop it over on one side, so the left hand side goes over the right hand side, and then you grab the 2 strings hanging down on the right hand side. You put them under that double thread there, grab them, and then you grab the band that goes on the back of the loop and you pull them through. Do not just listen to the audio of this and think you're going to understand. Watch the video because it's so hard to explain. The rest of the time you're going to spend just untwisting the threads so that they sit flat, because once you've done that it looks so good. And then in the next bit I'm going to tell you where to place each knot. You can do this either with the hanging up or flat on a table. It's up to you really how you like to work. We're going to start off with the 8 strings. The lark's heads have already done, hanging down, and now we're going to do the first row, which is 4 square knots. So you get your 4 threads, you do 1, 2, 3, and when you're finished that 4th one on the end there, you're going to try and make sure that they're all level, like I totally haven't done in this demonstration. But that's like, yeah, you can do that. It's up to you what you want it to look like. You know, I obviously didn't really care. So then the next row is 3 square knots, and these ones are like, so you leave the first 2 threads going down and then you choose the next 4, so you're doing a sort of lattice effect. The bottom row of square knots is, again, you go back to the original placement. So then you've got these lovely kind of diamonds in the middle, and there's 4 on that side. And now we're going to do our first Josephine knot, which we leave the first 2 threads hanging because we're back into the middle placement, like the second row. It's harder to do this with it hanging up. You might want to take it down and just put it flat on the table, maybe tape it down so it doesn't move. But it's exactly the same like string placement as when we were learning it. It's just a bit trickier. And then you untwist all the threads and place it. You can move it up and down the thread if you want to get it perfect. And there she is. Then the middle knot here is going to be a square knot. We'll just do another one of those. And then on the other side you're going to have one more Josephine knot. You do that. And then after that you are finished. You can carry on for as many as you want. This is up to you now. You know 3 kind of useful macrame knots, and you can go crazy and make whatever you like. So if you liked this video, I hope you did. It took me ages. If you liked it, please like, share, whatever, subscribe to the channel because I'll be doing more if you do like what I've done. Yeah, so show me what you've created yourselves and I'll put an Instagram link in the comments.